Imagine a war so unusual that its combatants were not soldiers, but birds. A war but pitted humans against nature in a bizarre and almost surreal battle. Welcome to the story of Great Emu War, a chapter in history that leaves many scratching their head in disbelief. What could have led to such an unusual conflict? Stay with us as we unravel that led to this peculiar war and the surprising outcomes that followed. Our story begins in Australia, in the aftermath of World War I. The year is 1932, and the soldiers returning home are faced with new battle, this time, against economic hardship. The Great Depression has taken its toll, and many veterans have turned to farming in the wheat fields of Western Australia, hoping to rebuild their lives, but farmers encountered an unexpected adversary. With the wheat harvest at stake, a massive migration of emus, large, flightless birds native to Australia, descended upon the fields. The emus, searching for food and water, saw a farmland as an abundant oasis, much to the farm's dismay. The emus arrived in the hundreds, 10,000s, devastating crops and threatening the farmers' livelihoods. Despite their best efforts to scare away the birds, the farmers found themselves overwhelmed. The situation became so dire that they sought assistance from the Australian government. In response, the government decided to take. They deployed soldiers armed with machine guns led by Major G.P.W. Meredith of the 7th Heavy Battery of the Royal Australian Artillery. Thus began the Great Emu War. Armed and ready, the soldiers expected a swift victory. But they soon discovered that the emus were formidable opponents. The birds were first and agile, evaded the gunfire with surprising ease. In the first engagement, despite firing thousands of rounds, the soldiers managed to kill only a few emus. The emus' ability to scatter and regroup made them a challenging target. The terrain of the wheat fields also played the emus' advantage, providing them with ample cover. As the days turned into weeks, it became clear that the war was far from won. After several attempts and expenditure of a significant amount of ammunition, the military operation was called off. The Great Emu War was ended in defeat, not for the emus but for the soldiers. Despite their best efforts, the emus had emerged victorious, and the farmers continued to struggle with the ongoing invasion. The Great Emu War is told with a sense of humor and irony, but for those involved, it was a serious and frustrating chapter. The farmers eventually turned to other methods to protect their crops, but the legend of the Great Emu War lived on. The Great Emu War serves as a reminder of the unexpected challenges that can rise when humans and nature collide. It's a story that continues to captivate and amuse, illustrating the unpredictability of life and the resilience of the natural world. If you enjoyed this journey into one of history's unusual conflict, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Join us again on Timeless Tales for more fascinating stories from the past.